Wanted to do a Nora Breen style, like fireside chat. Fire being Canada, and as you see, pretty intense. But you know what? Guess what? No riffraff on the street. My lungs are performing better than usual, and I am out kicking ass with wheelbarrows of mulch. But just to go back to our earlier topic. So, I was in therapy. And then I haven't had a spouse in therapy. Do you ask about the therapy? I always like jokingly say, hey, did she tell her I said hi? Or did she say anything about me? That kind of thing. But I don't ask. I figure if they want to share, they share. He doesn't share, whatever. Then, and Patty might attest to this, he's been doing like stuff around the house. Like he does little plumbing now, painting, like he's learned how to do stuff, certain things, right? Like expertise or mastering. Then I thought, me and Marcy are like, oh, well maybe like that's what the therapy is about. Like you can do this, that kind of thing. And I'm like, okay, whatever, that's cool. So in the context of that, whatever night it was, and it was like 4 nights ago, we're like, he's cooking something and I'm like, therapy's on Monday morning. It's an hour long. And he's like, oh, well, therapy's going to be 2.5 hours long tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. Like, okay, that's the thing. And then suddenly, like, therapy was going to be like 2.5 hours on another day. And I'm like, well, like, what? I don't, like, understand, like, what the deal is. Then the cookie, hits the fan, No, never used the word meth. I had to use the word meth. But IOP, drug and alcohol, is it meth? Yes, it's meth, but like, well, let's call it what it is then. So of course I go to myself like, oh, I have no signs of like, there's nothing going on like Matthew style, like, what the fuck? So I'm like, what makes Jim Bold say this meth is too much? I have to go to IOP, and because it's potentially frightening, like what's going on that I don't see. So today, after like he finally like tells me like little bits here and there, is that like the therapist was like, we're doing X, Y, and Z in therapy, but you really, have this thing that maybe you should deal with it directly or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking I knew that the therapist had a lot to do with it, but maybe it's like that. Or maybe he's just stone cold lying. And, I check my account and I realize that the house is mortgaged and, something crazy is going on. But, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. His nephew and nephew's boyfriend came over, so he went across the street because he can't deal with people socially anymore right now. So that I got to like tell them the whole story, and they were like, it was like so cathartic. Thank you to them. And I'm glad that you guys, thank you for your concern about my well-being, and I'm actually quite good. Because I'm not going to let people bother me. I don't care how close they are. Love you.